The creative individual is no longer viewed as strange or unusual. She is the new mainstream and the most critical resource of the new age. The economic need for creatives has resulted in the rise of a new class, that is, the creative class. More than 40 million Americans, roughly one third of the all employed people, belong to this class. If we describe creativity as the act of beginning something useful that works and is non-obvious into the world, then the creative class will include people in science and engineering, architecture and design, education, art, music and entertainment. It also includes creative professionals in business and finance. The members of the working class work mainly with their physical bodies. Members of the creative class work mainly with their minds. Members of the working class and the service class are primarily paid to do routine, mostly physical work, whereas those in the creative class are paid to use their minds, the full scope of their cognitive and social skills. Surprisingly, service class is the largest class today, with some 60 million members, more than 45% of the entire US workforce. But the big story unfolding now, and it has been unfolding for some time, is the rise of the creative class, the great emerging class of our time. Although the creative class remains somewhat smaller than the service class, its members on average earn nearly twice as much as compared to the other two classes.
For some reason, creativity is often viewed as a rather mystical affair. Recently, however, scientific studies have increased our understanding of creativity. According to the studies, being creative doesn't just make you a lot of money, but it also makes you feel really good. It's not even work anymore, it feels like play. And as a result, the concept of retirement becomes meaningless. Because think about it, retirement is a meaningful concept only for people who work jobs they hate to buy shit they don't need. So how can you recognize if you fit into the creative class? The first thing you need to recognize is individuality. Members of the creative class exhibit a strong preference for individuality and self-expression. They hate to follow orders and love breaking rules. The second thing you need to recognize is merit. Merit is very strongly valued by the creative class. They favor hard work, challenge and stimulation. They are ambitious and want to make progress based on their abilities and effort. The last thing you need to watch out for is diversity and openness. These are fundamental markers of the creative class. A closed mind is an artist's nightmare. Especially creative individuals love to travel. So here is the takeaway for everyone who is listening. The members of the creative class are indeed the only possible leaders of the 21st century. Creativity is our most precious resource. We need to get beyond the notion that creativity is something that only occurs among painters and musicians working in a studio. No, creativity occurs anywhere and everywhere. And more often than not, it comes from small things.